Hello everyone, I'm Greek Luke, thank you for joining me, and welcome back to episode 408 of Factorio with the C-Block mod, where we have been trying to get our metal catalyst production up to speed a little bit, because we were lacking a bunch of them for plastic and other stuff. We might have gotten some to plastic now, we have, and we have improved it in general with just putting the carriers closer to the machines that need them. But that's still not enough, since the robots are still coming up here for more. And we don't really have enough robots for everything. Should we try to take directly from the build and into the machines? It's a possibility, but I don't think I care enough right now. I think that we're already producing more than enough. If it just gets a little bit of time. Where are you going, Fluid? Are we lacking red metal catalysts up here? Nope, we have many thousand. So it should just be green metal catalysts, since we have plenty of blue. We have a train waiting here for more. 2 trains waiting for more, actually. So fluid green metal catalysts. Are we lacking those? Blue. Green? Not really, but we will if we didn't send that train. Here comes insulated wire. Train. Don't think we lack green metal catalyst here either. We have at least 20,000 or something like that. Plus another 4,000. So not really. And then the last train is just the plastic train, which has just delivered a bunch. And we're not using that too fast. Should we speed up this build though? It seems to be emptied out, unless it just haven't gotten all the way to the end yet. Maybe. Oh well, let's just get an overview here. So we lacked plastic somewhere. Was that just for electronic circuits? We don't use plastic for that. Was it for phenolic boards or something? We don't use plastic for that either. Advanced circuits? I don't remember what we lacked plastic for, so I'm just trying to figure it out. It might just have been transistors. That's not transistor. That's transistor. But here we lack plastic. Yeah, okay. And if we just give this some time, it's fine. So, we should go have a look at plastic instead. Because this train will leave soon and then plastic is next up. Unless we want to put more robots in here, but I don't think we do right now. So let's go to plastic. Whoops. So we are taking more metal catalyst carriers now, or green metal catalyst. And that's fine. How are we doing on robots here? We are okay. We did try to directly get the hydrogen over instead of bottling it up. Still bottling from this side though. I sort of just want to not do this anymore, if possible. Just connect these every now and then. So maybe that works, maybe not. We'll see. We could maybe work on a new improved setup for this, where we have more direct insertion. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, it would. I think I'm going to work on that and just copy this whole thing in. I just need to be able to see the bottom part. Radar. Yeah. In here. Okay, we are just gonna do this down here, I think. And then I'm honestly just gonna cut this part out. So I guess that was a waste of work to copy. Okay, then I need to figure out what it is we're actually doing here. So this gets rid of sodium hydroxide. Plastic goes under all of that. This is metal catalyst carriers, or maybe charcoal? No, that's the sodium hydroxide. This is what? Empty carriers, okay. And this is the catalyst carriers coming in. We should upgrade this belt, by the way. We should probably upgrade all the belts here. And machines. But maybe we should write all of this down and have a look at the actual ratios and stuff. Why do I not see plastic in here? What have I done? It's just confused. Okay. So, plastic. 60 per second. And this is what we're doing currently, right? Propene from methane. Or methanol. ethanol from carbon dioxide. At least that's the easy way to do this. We use those. Try to speed everything up. These, no. Can any of these be moduled? Yes. More modules in these? No. How about these? Nope. Okay, so this is good enough. Those cannot be moduled and those cannot be moduled. Okay. This, of course, comes from charcoal. And no modules there. This is what comes from our salination plants and electrolyzers. Wouldn't it be easier to actually get rid of the slag rather than saline or sodium hydroxide? So this gives us 60 hydrogen gas every 2 seconds. This gives us 40 every 4 seconds. Okay, maybe that's why I did it like I did. We could purify water, but I don't like that. So we'll just keep doing this. Okay. Which means we need to take care of this, that's fine. We need to produce this. In a high-tier salination plant. Use beacons for everything. Okay. So this is not that many machines still, compared to all of this out here at least. So maybe we don't reuse this. But I am just gonna keep it in case I like how we transfer everything here. But I will start a new build, I think. So pin that. Start with these. Salination plant. And are we working the same way? Sure. Start from the right, going left. Make saline water. Add 1 electrolyzer. I'm blind. Electrolyzers. Come on. Right there. Make that stuff. And the output of this needs to go into half as many chemical plants. But we're probably scaling those up to match most other stuff here. So how about we just have 8 of all the machines? Or maybe one of those to 2 of these. So 8 for all of those and 4 of these. Could stick this, I'll stick with 4 of these as well. But we'll see. I need to consider beacons. But so far I think it's okay. So this goes far somewhere. I'll work on the distance there later. We need to take care of the sodium hydroxide and the chlorine. Chlorine should just be burned. How much chlorine are we making? 1300. But I guess this should be okay. If we do this, this doesn't tile as well as I would like. This should work just fine. Good. We're only making a little more than half a build of this, so it should be fine. We need water, but we'll probably just put in water from an offshore pump. So this is all fine. Let's just mark some space for these. And maybe back here as well. If we get high enough beacons, we can reach everything from in here. So maybe that's not necessary. It's an option though, until we get to higher tiers. Good. So let's consider this done, and most of this done. But then I need this to remember it. Oh, and that requires purified water. Dang it. Oh well. Unless we export it. But I don't want to export it from here. Let's not worry about that right now. Let's call it done. And then we need to liquefy this stuff. And that needs to mix with this. Okay. And all of that goes into the chemical plant, making methanol. Yes. So liquefying charcoal could either be done right next to this, or we could do it back here. But I don't think we need the space for anything else, do we? Carbon dioxide, please. So that is plenty of space so far for this, no problems. Do need charcoal and catalysts in here. And we'll just take one build of each, I guess. If we move this in here, even low tier beacons will reach. So let's do that. And the output of this goes somewhere. And then we could just have our input of catalyst here. And output here, I guess. And input of charcoal. And these are already hit by enough beacons, so we don't need to worry about beacons on the other side. But this should then be done. So should this. And propene. Wait, what? No, that's not how we make methanol. No, we make propene out of the methanol. My bad. And then we use the propene for the plastic. I just want to make sure we don't want to do naphtha and polyethylene, right? No, we do not. Repin that. So, steam crackers. I don't see those. So, get me one of those. Thank you. Propene. Yes, please. And again, this can be as close as we want it to be. We do need steam in here. And steam needs to be sped up as well by beacons, right? I would guess so, at least. Otherwise we need 13 of them. 4 seems more fitting for this. But can we actually fit everything then? If we wanted to make the steam next to this. This tile will with everything else. No. It does not. If we did something like that and had water here, that tiles will. Yep. But this is hard to beacon. Difficult to beacon. So do we want to do that? Or do we want to do it in some other way? Worst case, we can move everything one tile apart to make it easy to beacon some of this stuff. We could also just move this over 3 tiles. Let's assume that that's what we want to do. Good. Next, we need to take care of the residual gas. And we just do that with one of these for each machine. And then the output of this needs to go somewhere. But otherwise, that's everything here. Unless I'm missing something, but I'm not. And then that goes into a liquefier or two. No, just one. And beacons. And for every 2 of these, we just need 1 assembling machine making the plastic bars. That's not how it goes. It's a liquid we get in. Could do something like this. We are gonna get a lot out of this machine though, up to 20 per second or more. How are we going to get that out? I would like to use a loader. But that's not too easy anyway. I could also just use 2 inserters here. And have a belt. We already have this beacon as it should be. Oh wait, that's not where this goes. Something like that. That seems reasonable so far, I think. Do something like this. We do need to balance these, by the way. Far side for that. Near side for that one. Could also just output here. Something like that. It's just that gives us a better chance of having a full build out of this, I feel. Go on, let's do that. And then we just need to duplicate this once more. That should be everything. 8 of those. Up from 6. To have 8 of those, that's fine. do need to take care of all the sodium hydroxide here. We can do that wherever we like, maybe at the end here, maybe behind here. We could also try to make this longer, but that means we would need another belt of charcoal in. So I would rather scale this vertically, or whatever you want to call this. Okay. Let's just... No, actually, let's keep that there. And then handle the sodium hydroxide at the back end here. Oops. Okay, so we get 33.8 sodium hydroxide out per second. Let's do this by input. 33. Let's just say 35. And then we need to clarify that. And we need to produce this. And that's still just easiest to do with a hydro plant, right? Yes. You go in your own thing though. Good. First of all, we need beacons of all of this. So one machine, that's good. Same thing in here. One machine, good. And if we can, we route that into... No, we can't. So we're just gonna get rid of that as well. Sure. Which means we need 2 clarifiers. Whoops. Let's actually pin this, I guess. So we get a belt in here. And we're just gonna load that into a liquefier. A liquefier, there we are. Make this stuff. Then we need the purified water from one of these. And of course that just doesn't want to fit. And we're just gonna do something like this, I guess. So something like that. Right. That should be everything. Am I forgetting stuff? We take care of sodium hydroxide. We get charcoal in here. Yes. We get catalyst carriers, or sorry, green metal catalyst in here. Output the carriers here. Transfer methanol, make propane from steam. Get rid of residual gas, transfer propane to here. That doesn't need anything else. This doesn't need anything else. Beacons all around. It should be good. I think. Did we fix these? Yep. Good. Let's see if we can implement that. Did we get our train here? No. Did we get it up here? Nope. Is it home? Yes. Did we at some point send it over here? No. Okay. This old setup could actually produce 2 belts. So I feel like we're downgrading a little bit. But then on the other hand, it's a lot more narrow. And it's a lot less machines. And it doesn't use robots. Which this doesn't really do anymore either, so it's not really a big deal. If we wanted this to be 2 belts of charcoal, could just do that. It's just that this would be less easy to fully beacon with low tier beacons, except that they could just be here. So either we move this, all of this out, or this out one time, or we try to weave underground belts here. So input like that instead, and have an underground there. Let's do it. Which means we make twice as much of this as well, which is more than a belt. That's bad. And then we could upgrade that to a green belt when we get there. Or we could just add another belt. If we did that, we need to double the machines here. At least for this part. Let's pull this down. Making 700 per second. Would this be able to take that with enough beacons? Or should we just have 2 maybe? Maybe just 2. Good. And this should still be fine, I think. And then of course this actually needs to move down. I'm just going to put that there for now. This is the first belt. And then we copy paste this and make some changes. This is out here now. And from here we don't do this anymore, we do this instead. Were these actually balanced? I don't think so. they should be. I'm gonna start from the top because I can't count. Far, near. 2, 3, 4. And this is the first of the new system, yes. And you go far, you go short. Need power. Is that right? I hope so. It's not too bad if just 1 or 2 of them are off, of course. And then we'll take that. And take a loader. Something like that. Is that bad in any way? This should also go. At least from here. Good. I think that is going to be better. Well, obviously since it uses or produces twice as much, though being a bit longer. I'm just gonna place it here. And then we need to get everything for that. We haven't thought about robot coverage or anything. And I'm not going to right now. Because unfortunately, that's all we have time for in this episode. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye.